Today, close to 40 Tesla owners will be driving their Teslas to make donations to Food Bank Singapore, a local charity founded 10 years ago that distributes food to those in need in the country. This group of Tesla owners are part of a local Tesla owners community called TSLA Kopi, and collectively, they've raised more than 10,000 Singapore dollars so far. And with one-for-one matching from Tote Board, there's now a total of more than 20,000 Singapore dollars raised. Let me show you all the Teslas at the park here behind me. You can see quite a diverse representation of Teslas around us. Not just Model 3s, but a lot of Model Ys, even though it launched just about a month ago. I'm here with one of the co-organizers of today's event, Alvin, to hear a little bit more about how all of this started. Alvin, what inspired this charity drive?
Well, this is a informal Tesla group with many sub-interest groups. So many of these groups actually are social and charity issues related. So it wasn't difficult. It was kind of like a natural evolution. People came up with ideas. We got in touch with the food bank, and then the rest is history. So just to give a bit of history, last year we had 42 cars. This year we have a few less because of the exam period, but they made up for it with the donations on our giving.com drive. So actually the participation rate is double of last year. So we're very, very happy.
That's a big milestone. You can see behind us, Singapore, we've got the Model Ys, the Model 3s, and with owners from all walks of life coming together. What's the history? How did the TSLA Kopi and also Food Bank Singapore partnership begin?
It's such a diverse group with so many interests, and everything is member initiated and member driven. So if a member comes up with an initiative, the chances are we have the strength and the numbers to get it done. So far it's been 100% successful, and I think not too long ago, one of the founders of the food bank also got a Tesla and joined us. So that bond and relationship is even deeper right now.
Wow. The Tesla community is growing. We now have north of 1,400 Tesla owners since Tesla Singapore officially launched more than a year ago. For today, what does success look like for the team?
Well, the success is how quickly everyone got together despite the exam period. Because as we know in Singapore, when a kid does an exam, the whole family does the exam. So it's very stressful, and people who couldn't turn up donated very generously. And even people who were busy, they're like, can we just drop by to drop the things off without participating in the whole event? So it is very successful, all due to the generosity and the participation of the members. I mean, I'm just an organizer in name, but they all did as much or more than I did.
For many owners, they look forward to being part of events like this in the future. How often would charity drives like this happen?
We have done 2 this year, and there is no limit. So feel free to get in touch with us if you have a cause. And for sure, one of our members at least will have the similar passion, and we will try to make it happen. So no limits.
Alvin, thank you for bringing all of us together and one of many co-organizers in just giving us a meaningful Sunday together. Here with me is Clarence, another Tesla owner, joining us for today's charity event. What inspired you to join the event today?
I think this is my first time actually, and I think it's good to be in a community that is willing to give back of something bigger than ourselves. So I think it's a great honor for me to be part of this big, meaningful event. Yeah.
I think it's nice to have events like this, also for Tesla owners just to gather together and meet each other also. Today we saw a lot of Model 3s, like this one's here, and also Model Y. You see a blue Model Y over on the other side. But Clarence is one of our rare Model S owners in Singapore. Because Tesla Singapore only officially sells the Model 3 and Model Y. So S and X are unicorns here. What made you get the Model S?
I hope I don't get cancelled, but I'm not exactly a huge fan of Model 3. So after turning a few cars, I was changing the other car, and I was offered a Model S. So I know that it's a little bit rare and hard to find, a Model S. So when I was given the opportunity, I thought it was so precious that if I don't get it now, I might not have the chance to drive Model S here in Singapore. So I thought, okay, let's give it a shot. But I really love the drive so far, so yeah, thumbs up.
Model S is Tesla's premium sedan. So for those of us who are traveling to US, you can rent one from Turo. They also have the Plaid version that goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1.99 seconds. It's a rocket ship.
Yes,
Even
it
this
is.
is pretty amazing, I think.
Yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, good for me though. I don't have to race too fast. In Singapore, you can't go that fast though. Yeah.
Speed limits. Thank you so much, Lawrence.
Thank you.
We're here right outside Food Bank's headquarters at Pandan Loop, and very soon you'll see close to 40 Teslas driving in to make donations to Food Bank.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a
What you see behind us right now are Tesla owners unloading the food donations from their cars and bringing them back to the food bank storage area.
Life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though.
Joining us for today's event is Sushil, Sean, Ray, and also Chewy. We've got little Chewy down here as well for a charity drive. Is this your second time today?
First time.
What brought the family to this event?
Well, it's a good cause, and we wanted to expose our kid Ray, who is turning 5 soon, to charity events like this.
Thank you so much for coming down and doing your part for the community. And it's been a meaningful weekend, a meaningful Sunday. And I noticed that you're holding some food in your hands right now. What's happening next?
So this is the second part of the event. We're bringing these bags to Woodlands, and from there we're going to distribute to the families.
Let's go! See you in Woodlands! We finished the first part of the charity drive today. Stage 2, some owners are driving to Woodlands to make further donations. You can see ample storage space in the trunk of the Tesla Model 3. I'm here with the co-founders of Food Bank Singapore, Nichol and Nicholas. I believe you're a Tesla Model 3 owner yourself.
Yes, I am.
So in Singapore, especially for those of us all around the world, there's this perception this is a rich country. Are there poor people here? I thought this is a place where crazy rich Asians were shot. Can you help us to demystify who's benefiting from Food Bank Singapore?
So I guess about 10 years ago, this year we celebrate our 10th anniversary. My brother and I had this crazy idea. Since we're in the food distribution business, there must be so much more that we can do. We see the obsessive amount of food waste from supermarkets and all the likes, right? Then say, hey, shall we do something about this extra food? There must be hungry people, right? And back then, cost of living has already gone up. So we started a standalone charity, the Food Bank Singapore, just run by the two of us. We never thought that it would become what it was. And 2 years into starting, exactly the same question. Singapore is so rich. Are you sure there's all these hungry people? And so we started doing research into it. So currently, based on our latest hunger report in 2020 that was released, about 10.4% of people who reside in Singapore face some kind of food insecurity. So we're looking at about 500,000 people that lives amongst us. Might be, even your employees maybe, but you just don't see that they are hungry.
1 in 10 Singaporeans are facing food insecurity. What do you see as the main root causes for this in our country?
Well, I think there are many different reasons. Every reason that you can think of is probably there. The crazy thing is during the pandemic, there are a lot of actually what we would have considered middle class that were actually needy too. So all the people that we helped, especially during the pandemic, you go to their flats, they might see a nice 45-inch TV, but they were out of jobs. So even those people needed help. Yeah.
And I guess with the pandemic, what opened our eyes was that there was too many of us maybe in the gig economy. So you're literally one paycheck, right, from money being stopped. And then the second thing was that really in Singapore, hunger and poverty is housed in a very nice HDB flat. Right? So 90% of the population, right, everybody is being housed. And even if you don't have money, the government will give you the house. So unlike other countries where you see, like sleeplessness or homelessness on the roads, all the poverty is hidden behind closed doors. And therefore, it was truly an eye-opener for the two of us to say that, hey, actually the help that's required is actually more than what is already out there.
Thank you for sharing that. There's a lot of nuance. While Singapore is a rich country with high GDP per capita, everyone faces different challenges. Behind us, I believe today is the second time that the Tesla community in Singapore has participated in the charity drive. Sustainability is a big thing for many of us. How is your business embracing sustainability?
Oh, I mean, we have started on this sustainability journey for a very long time. I guess you're talking about food bank. We started all because we had excess food. So we didn't want to waste the food or didn't want to dump it. So we said we should donate it out and not put the food to waste. Yeah.
Yeah. So some of you must be wondering, Singapore's so clean, I don't see any extra food, right? The first couple of donations that came in to the two of us were container loads of biscuits, French fries, fish that was going to be dumped at the port because the specs was just all wrong. So we said there must be so much more that all of us can do together as a community. And because that's what actually makes Food Bank a little bit different from the other charities, we started on the premise of using the excess and redirecting to the people in need.
As we learn in schools, reduce, reuse, recycle.
Sort them out.
Lastly, how can ordinary Singaporeans support the mission of Food Bank Singapore?
Yeah, I think if you see those little white bins all around Singapore, that's actually for home donations. So not just on World Food Day, right, where we just encourage everybody to donate food, but if you're moving house or you're clearing your home pantries, or if your office says no longer, you need to come to the office, can work from home, you can clear all your pantry stuff as long as it's not expired and it's not open up. We actually accept donations from homes as well. And of course, if you are out there and you manage HR, for example, and you need something fun to do or sweat it out in a warehouse, I think Nick and I would like to welcome you to build your muscles at the Food Bank's warehouse.
And I think lastly, if you wanted to, go to foodbank.sg, find out more about us. And then of course, if you really like, you can donate a little bit of money to us to support the charity.
Yeah.
The Food Bank Singapore's mission is to end food insecurity in all forms in Singapore. While it may not seem obvious, sometimes the pain can be under the surface. Below in the video description, you'll find a link to the TSLA, Kopi and Food Bank donation page. It is still open until the end of this month. That's the TSLA telling you, play your part for this cause. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to have a meaningful weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Tesla.
Thank you. Thanks everybody.
Thank you.